right back to the phones. Good morning. Bob Sokoler, Louisville Real Estate Show, News Radio 840 WHAS. Hello.
Hey, Bob, this is Steve. I'm buying my first home. What happens at closing? Should I hire an attorney? My brother who lives in California says I need to.
So, Chuck, from your standpoint, when you're hired by for a closing, it's the bank
Generally,
that's
if it's
hiring
a cash, if you look at whoever has the money, typically that's the route you go.
And the bank usually has the money.
The bank is the one with all the money. If it's a cash closing, who has the money? If you're representing, someone putting a loan on, dad's putting a loan on a house for a daughter, that kind of, whoever has the money generally gets the lawyer. Now, the way I look at it is if you feel like you need a lawyer, great, get one. I'm never going to object to having another lawyer in the closing, unless they, start eating raw meat on the table as they are wont to do. But the
really, really, they want
yeah.
Chuck's number for you fellow attorneys, it's 499-6360.
Unfortunately, they know who I am.
Yeah.
No, it's great. I occasionally get that phone call. Hey, Chuck, do you want me to? I want you to come to a closing and look at the documents for me. Yada yada yada. Typically, I will always say I am happy to take your money, but I don't know that it's necessary, and then I'll run through the things that you have to know about a closing, namely, how much you're paying, what are you borrowing, what's your interest rate, things that they already know are what you need to look for.
But at a closing, and to get to it, we only have a few minutes left, or a minute left. But you're basically examining the documents and you're explaining them because this is his first closing.
What I'm doing is I'm being handed the standard mortgage that every bank uses, and I'm going, yep, sign it. That would be the.
But you'll explain it in detail if the buyer wants more information.
If I am there representing the buyer at another person's closing,
got it.
You look, it's a mortgage, sign it. You don't have a choice. You either sign it or you don't. When I'm at a closing, well, you've been to closings with me. We go through quite a bit of detail. It just depends on how much detail they want. Every major term is covered in a closing. If you want me to explain paragraph 13 out of the mortgage, I'm more than happy to do it in detail. But when you go to the closing, the idea is you're going to know what you just did. And if you don't, we're going to stop and we're going to talk about it till you do know what you're doing.
Yeah, and you're just basically signing documents. The advantage you get with Chuck is not only is he a great attorney, but you get Chuck's jokes, and then you get cooking tips.
And sometimes we talk about mustache wax.
Yeah, there you go. Now, but the point is, Bob, the point is to represent the bank properly, you have to make sure there are no claims on either side.
We're out of time, Chuck, and that's very true. You want to make sure.